Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of On the Money with a certified financial group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. We are here with the Oracle of Orlando, Joe Bird, back from vacation, and alongside Nancy Heck. We are here taking your phone calls at 844-220-0965. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you guys today?
Well, we're trying to get our bearings here.
It's a little weird in the new studio. It's
We're
very pretty.
Brand new, state-of-the-art.
Everything's shiny and comfortable.
But
you'll get used to it by the end of the segment.
But our back is to you, and we don't like that.
After 20, 25, almost 30 years in the old studio, this is a whole new world in here.
Yeah, so it's
state-of-the-art.
But the content and doing the show is exactly the same.
It's even better. We're inspired, new fresh stuff, fresh ideas. That's us.
Well, Oracle, you have been gone for quite some time here.
I'm about 3 weeks out of the air chair, but it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's going to be back.
I brought the cool weather with me.
Hopefully you've brought...
I'm not happy about that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
sorry.
Really? I mean, I got out this morning and it was crisp. It wasn't hot. It wasn't humid. It wasn't sweaty. It was like, oh, this is fantastic. But I forgot Nancy doesn't like cold weather.
No, but yesterday in Chicago in the morning, it was like high 20s, low 30s. So
yeah, no, I'm not good with that.
I'll take 74.
Yeah, they're getting snow up north already.
Yeah.
But even though they're in the new studio, and we are in a new studio, the phone lines and the content's still exactly the same. 844-220-0965. Joe, what can they call you about today?
Well, Nancy and I are here to talk about anything that's on your mind regarding your personal finances. As we say, we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, wake up when we're 55 years old and find out we have a collection of financial accidents. So how do we turn those assets that we've accumulated over our lifetime in our IRAs and our 401ks into income to supplement Social Security and maybe a pension that we're going to get? And that's what Nancy and I and the other 10 certified financial planner professionals at CFG do day in and day out for a fee. But on Saturday morning, we do this for absolutely free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances as they relate to questions about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, long-term health care, IRAs, annuities, life insurance, reverse mortgages, Nancy and I are here to take your questions. And the good news for you, I think the lines are absolutely wide open. I can tell on the monitor, the brand new monitor we have here in the studio, that the lines are absolutely wide open. Is the text machine up and running this morning?
The text machine is not up and running. It is still broken. It is still in the shop.
Oh, okay.
So we just have... I know Nancy, who's been here last week, we did it without the text machine because it got into a car accident or it got into an accident. Pistons and rods and everywhere. So the text machine is still in the shop getting rebuilt. But we still do have the phone lines. It's just more 844-220-0965. But we also have the Facebook Live. You can go to the facebook.com/certified financial group, pull up the video, and put the comment in the video.
Yeah, you can see us. You can see the brand new studio, as a matter of fact, on Facebook Live. So you go to Facebook, right? And in the search engine, just put financial group, and we'll pop up and should prop our show.
Yep, that's simple. All right, topic for today, 10/13/1989. What a day in history.
Right. There was actually two big historic events that happened on that day. The first one was, it was Friday the 13th. And if you think about this time of day then, I had finally gotten a hold of Barry in our office to tell him who my clients were that were coming in, because I was not going to be coming in because my daughter decided to be born 5 weeks early.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
So happy birthday to Brittany.
Happy birthday, Brittany.
Yep. She was born on Friday the 13th, 1989.
Oh.
Her birth time was 13:13.
How about that?
Her weight was 4'9". So, I mean, for us as a people,
There you go.
13 is a good number. And for her especially, it was a really good number.
Very good.
So what I missed, because I wasn't working that day, was that there was a mini crash known as Black Friday.
Black Friday.
On that day. Yes. The Dow Jones Industrial. And they say that it was predicated by the United Airlines buyout falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
But the market, the Dow plunged 190.58 points, or 6.91%. So percentage-wise, I mean, 190 points doesn't sound like a big deal now, but at that point, the Dow was only at 2,569 points.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two big historic things that happened on that date. Also during that year, some points of interest were that unemployment was at 5.3. Right now it's at 3.7. Cost of a stamp was 25 cents. Now it's 55 cents. Exxon Valdez ruptured. something that is extremely important to us now was the first commercial internet service producers surfaced, as well as the first written proposal for the World Wide Web. That all happened in 1989. I mean, it seems like it's been around forever, and we certainly could not live without those things, but that's what happened. So the big historic events, Black Friday and the birth of my daughter.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize Black Friday was only around since 1989.
Yep.
That's interesting.
That's it. 29 years.
All right, 844-220-0965, 844-220-0965. If you got a question for the panel today, I know a lot of people have been looking at the headlines this week and basically saying, oh, the stock market's going in the opposite direction, but I always make sure I ask the panel of Certified Financial Group if I should panic just yet. So, guys, what did you make of the headlines this week about the stock market?
I'll tell you, over the course of the week, I got one phone call from a client saying, are you happy with what's going on now? And then I got two other clients saying, I hope you're shopping for me, and what a great time to buy. So, I mean, we like to buy when things are down. Everybody has been waiting and waiting and waiting for this quote unquote correction. It's here. It happened. It's a natural course of business as far as I'm concerned. Those are my feelings for the week. Joe?
It was a quiet week as far as my clients were concerned. We've conditioned them over the years to pay more attention to percentage changes. As you said in your earlier comments, it's point drops today, 100, 200 points is white noise, even 400 or 500 points on a 26,000 Dow. If you compare that to Black Monday, which was October 13th of 1987, when the Dow plunged 22.6% in one day, that's equivalent to about a 6,000 point drop today. So that would have made big news. But the clients were I had one call. Just want to know how we felt, and I feel fine. You're well diversified. You have fixed income in your portfolio to protect you on the downside. And this is just all. In fact, we have, I think the challenge is, Nancy, is that the market has been so calm for so long.
Right.
That anytime you hit a little air pocket, people get concerned. And we're due to hit somewhat of an air pocket, but that's all part of investing. I mean, that's the premium that you get for living with some volatility, and we haven't had much volatility in recent times.
Well, and some extra protection that our clients get is that we have to rebalance everybody's portfolios quarterly.
Right.
And part of rebalancing is taking profits off, and we talked about this last week, and making sure that people are in line with their risk tolerance, and rebalancing a portfolio provides protection.
Right.
So,
yep.
All right. Well, that's some good information in there. So we'll talk about that a little as the show moves on. But let's get to our busy phone calls today. First up is Al in Palm Bay. Al, go ahead. You're on the Certified Financial Group.
Hello, Al.
hi,
Hey, good
Al.
morning. Good morning. How are you folks doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey, not bad. Quick question for you on dividend stocks. I just started looking at some dividend stocks. I bought BPT last, I think, Wednesday or something like that, Wednesday or Thursday. And the dividends that it's paying is it's like $1.40 something per share. So I bought it before the ex-dividend date, so I qualified for the money. But my question is, after it pays the dividend, will that stock price drop? For people that just want the dividends and then dump the stock and reinvest somewhere else?
It depends. You never know on any particular. That's the honest to gosh truth. You never know because stocks are influenced by the day-to-day activities of what's going on in the market in general, and that industry in particular, and then that company in particular. So you don't know.
And I take the attitude that if you're buying for a dividend because you want the income, you almost have to ignore the value of what's happening to the thing that's producing the dividend. If it's a good, solid, consistent dividend, then that's what you're buying the stock or the mutual fund for. Now, nobody likes seeing their price per share go down or the value of their assets go down, but what did you buy it for? If you bought it for income and the income is consistent, then it's doing its job.
Yeah, I checked for the last year. I mean, it's been paying in the $1 something range per share. And it looked pretty good, pretty solid. I bought in at 35, and it jumped up to almost 30. I don't know, almost $37 Friday, and then it dropped back down 36.5 or so. But I didn't want to do just a short-term gain on that, so I was looking for something longer term. But my concern was because I look at the averages for these stocks. I watch the the numbers, and I try to hit it somewhat on the low and try to get it somewhat on the high.
Mm-hmm. So what you're trying to
I
do
was looking for a little long term.
is time the market.
Or time that particular. But what you're really doing is you're making a what looks to appear an educated guess, but do you really know what's going on within that company as opposed to just what's going on with the stock price? That's kind of my motto. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm mostly a short-term trader.
Okay,
I look
right.
for 3 to 5% gains.
Got
and,
it.
I'll buy and dump it real quick, but this one's for longer term.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
Well, good question now.
That's a position or an attitude that we kind of eschew as certified financial planners when we're working with our clients. What you're doing is speculating, and that's okay if you have the time, the inclination to do it. There's a difference between speculating and investing. Investing is for the long term, not to be making jumps and moves. And when you're buying a mutual fund, basically that's what your fund manager is doing on a minute-by-minute basis on your behalf. But it's not as exciting, frankly, and it appears that you enjoy doing that. If you can make money doing it, more power to you. But we appreciate the call.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Al, thank you so much. If you want Al's line, it's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Let's go to Roger in Davenport. Roger, you're up next with the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I have a warranty deed for some property that I am selling.
Okay.
Is this warranty deed as good as the title or the same?
Well, what the warranty deed says is that the title is clear, that there's no encumbrances on the title.
So, but I have to get a title, right?
Well, no, what the warranty deed says is that the title is clear. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's a level of protection.
Also, I have a second part of the question. If I sell this property, I've had it for several years. We lived here. But anyway, I've only got a gain of like $2,500 for the property, and this
What kind of property?
capital-
What kind of property is it?
It's a house and 5/6 of an acre.
And
Okay.
it's not your primary residence?
Yes,
It is your primary residence.
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so
My question is this: do I have to pay capital gains tax on the whole amount of the property?
you said it's $2,500 approximately?
The gain?
That's the gain I made.
Yeah. No, because it's your primary residence, you do not.
Yeah. Let's be sure that we're talking about the right things here. You bought it for X price and you're selling it for Y price, and the difference between what you paid for it and what you're selling for, the difference is $2,500?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You have no tax consequences to worry about, Roger.
Oh, no capital gains tax to worry about?
No, not on your primary residence, and especially not for that amount.
If it's your primary residence for 2 out of 5 years, if you're single, you can have $250,000 of non-taxable gain. If you're married, filing a joint return, it's $500,000. So you don't have anything to worry about.
Okay.
Yeah, so sell your house and move on down the
Thanks a
highway.
lot. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay, thanks
Have
for
a
the
great
call.
weekend.
All righty, Roger, just like that. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. You're on Roger's line. It's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. We are planning tomorrow
Today.
with a certified financial group. Right now, we pause to get the 3 big things you need to know.
Now,
And welcome back. This is On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. We are here with Joe Burt and Nancy Heck from the Certified Financial Group, taking your phone calls at 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. We are 5 minutes away from the latest news, weather, and traffic with Dave Wall over in the News 96.5 newsroom. So let's get back to our busy phone lines here. Talk to Petunia, who's up in DeLand. Petunia, good morning. You're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Petunia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, in all the years we've done this show, we've never had a Petunia call.
Well,
I
that's
don't
a
know about that.
pseudonym.
How about that?
That's not my real name. That's
Okay.
just
I sort of figured, but very creative. Very creative.
my radio name.
You get extra brownie points for that.
Your real name is Daffodil, right?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Daisy.
What's up?
Anyhow, this is my question. We underwent estate planning last year, got all that taken care of, we meaning my husband and I. However, when I brought up the situation that I had a lot of things, including my husband, like hard assets, coins, antique guns, collector's items, tons of Waterford, that kind of thing that I refer to as hard assets, he said, not necessarily, he said that this did not have to be included in our will, that we would make the determination within ourselves on who it would be distributed to. So I let it go at that, but I'm very confused about just how I go about doing that. If this kind of thing cannot be included in the will, I want to make sure that after our demise that it gets properly distributed to those people whom we indicate. Please tell me how I go about doing this.
I can tell you how we dealt with this in my family. We dealt with the sudden death of my dad, and it was unexpected. And then I saw some horrible stuff when my husband's grandmother passed away. So when everybody was together for a happy, healthy event, the discussion came up over who wanted what. I mean, of course, you have items that you want to go to specific people. What my mother did was she typed up every single thing. The cups and saucers she had gotten from her grandmother, the various different pieces of jewelry, and put a name to an item. And this was after discussion from us as to what we would like to get. So there was a combination. The decision has to be between you and your husband as to what your heirs say and what your wishes are. I've also told clients who don't want to go through that to put a little sticky on the bottom or the back of everything as to who should get the item. But it has to be a discussion that you have to have before some event occurs, and everybody has to decide. And I know it's not a great thing to talk about when you're together for Thanksgiving or the holidays or whatever the case may be. But you'd be surprised. I mean, I had a client who his grandchild always sat at this one coffee table coloring, and that little coffee table that was nothing meant so much to that kid when that kid grew up, because that was, grandma and grandpa's house and a nice warm feeling. So that's my advice.
The challenge that you have, that many families have, though, is that family dynamics change, and people forget what was said, what was promised, who gets what. And if you put a sticky on something, it's easily removed.
Well, that's why I said to type up a list.
Yes. Yeah. And so you need, that's probably the most diligent way to do it. But that still doesn't assure that somebody's not going to come in. And because I just heard of a situation where there was a family dispute, and one side of the family got to the house before the other side got there, and they were very surprised at what was left. And so you have those kinds of situations occur when you have assets that can walk out the door, as opposed to investment assets that are more secure and are going to pass by either a trust or by title. So it is a challenge with those kinds of assets.
It's a tough situation. I often say that weddings and funerals bring out the worst in people. Yep. And it's sad but true.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you really, Petunia, you have to talk to your family. It has to be an open discussion.
Yeah, and hopefully the family stays together.
Yeah, thanks, Petunia, for the call. We appreciate it. It's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. And we don't have the text machine up and running, so go ahead to head on over to Facebook Live /Certified Financial Group, or put Certified Financial Group in the search bar there for Facebook, and you'll see the live video, and you can put your comment in there. So in case you just don't want to call in on the phone line, that's a way to get the text question in. Again, 844-220-0965. Time for the latest news, weather, and traffic with Dave Wall. And welcome back. This is On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. We are here with Joe Burt and Nancy here from the Certified Financial Group, and taking your phone calls at 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Joe, for anybody that may have joined us during the latest news, weather, and traffic, what can they call you about today?
Well, Nancy and I are here to answer questions that you might have about your personal finances. As certified financial planner professionals, is what we do day in and day out for our clients, showing them what they need to do now so they don't look back in 5 or 10 years and say, gee, I wish somebody would have told me about that. Or, gee, I'm sorry I did that. I went to one of those seminars. They told me that if I just put all my money in this annuity, I'm set for life. That's not what investing or saving for retirement is all about. What we do as certified financial planners, we look at where you are today and what you need to do so you're prepared, because there's going to come a point in time when that paycheck will stop, and what you will live on is what you've been able to save and accumulate over your working lifetime, plus Social Security. And those are questions oftentimes you have about your IRA, about a 401k, about stocks, bonds, and real estate, and long-term health care, and IRAs, annuities, life insurance, reverse mortgages, and all that and more. As I say, they don't teach us this stuff in school. So school is in this morning. Nancy and I are here to take your questions. So if you have any questions about any of those topics or anything else I may have missed, all you have to do is pick up the phone and dial these magic numbers.
844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. You can also go to facebook.com/certified financial group and check out our video, and you can leave in a question there. I've got it pulled up here, so if anybody goes and writes down a question, I'll be able to see it. We'll ask it to the panel today as well. Not only do they do this radio show, folks, they also have several different ways you can connect with the Certified Financial Group. One of those ways is the workshops, and we have some upcoming workshops.
Yes, we do. On Saturday, November 3rd, and all of these workshops are from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in our offices in Altamont Springs. Healthcare options in retirement. That's Saturday, November 3rd. On Saturday, December 1st, will your savings last a lifetime? On Saturday, January 19th, financial basics for life, strategies for success. And the last one that's on the schedule goes all the way into April, Saturday, April 13th, which is Financial Basics for Life, Strategies for Success. Gary Abley conducts all of the seminars. If you go to our website, financialgroup.com, there's a drop down for workshops. You can sign up for whatever ones you want to. I suggest if any of these interest you that you sign up now, because they tend to fill up rather fast.
And Gary is, in addition to being a certified financial planner, he's also a certified public accountant. He's very knowledgeable, very skilled, and he's a frustrated teacher is what he is. And clients and folks that have never been to our office before walk away with a lot of good information. So if you have any desire to attend those, as Nancy said, go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. They are absolutely free. We have a large classroom, if you will, to accommodate 25 or 30 people. He provides refreshments. They generally run about an hour, hour and a half. And people say, well, why do you spend the time and energy doing this kind of stuff? We do it primarily for two reasons, to be totally upfront. Number one, to give you education so you don't become a financial casualty. And secondly, to introduce you to our firm, which is what we do for financial planners, doing financial planning for a fee for our clients. And this way, whether they need financial planning now or sometime in the future, perhaps you give us an opportunity to earn your business. So that's what we're all about. Once again, our website is financialgroup.com.
All right. Of course, the number to dial in today, 844-220-0965. It's 844-220-0965. Nancy, I believe you had an interesting conversation with one of your clients. They're talking about converting an annuity to income.
Right. They had been at a party and somebody was discussing, the topics of investments had come up. So the suggestion was made, this person had a long-term annuity, that they pull a chunk out of the annuity and invest it in a bucket of taxable mutual funds. So they only had to pay capital gains as opposed to ordinary income tax. So there's a few red flags there as far as I'm concerned. First of all, everything that has accumulated over the last 18, 20 years in this annuity has accumulated on a tax-deferred basis. So every penny that comes out is taxable until you get down to the principal. So depending on what somebody's current income is, you could be putting yourself in a position to pay a huge amount of ordinary income tax. Second, because of the guarantees that are attached to this extremely old annuity, you can't find that kind of stuff now. And when they start pulling money out, part is considered return of principal and part is considered income. So it would never be 100% taxable as ordinary income. I am not a fan of just voluntarily subjecting yourself to income tax and pulling a chunk out of anything that's tax deferred, whether it's a qualified retirement account or something such as this very old annuity, and subjecting yourself to taxes unless it's an emergency and you have no place else to get the money. I think is crazy.
Yeah, there's always folks that want to take advantage. They see a pile of money. We see this. They walk in our office for the first time and they say, well, this is what this guy told me to do, is just take all this money out of this pile and put it over here. And what we see is ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Right. That's somebody who's looking to have a transaction for a commission and not necessarily have a long-term relationship with somebody.
Right.
As far as investing their assets goes. So it was an interesting question, and I quickly nixed that idea.
And just as an aside, if you have any questions in those kinds of regards, we take those kinds of calls on a regular basis. We get those calls and people call, I've been listening to your show for years on Saturday, and somebody told me to do this. Is this a good idea? You can pick up the phone and give us a call, and we'll give you our ideas and tell you what we see. With no cost or obligation. What we don't want you to do is become a financial casualty. And unfortunately, the investment world has some unscrupulous folks out there that will try to take advantage of folks that don't know any better. And they try to put them in some kind of product that generally generates a commission without giving any consequences or thought to what the tax situation might be. So give us a call. That's why we're here. In fact, you can call us this morning. Once again, that number is, Kyle? Kyle, the numbers are
844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965.
Okay.
But, a lot of people, and you talk about this all the time, getting a second opinion. Or, oh, my uncle told me to do this. My uncle told me to do that. And, what's a resource here on the radio just to call in and say, hey, you know what? I was told if I take my money out of my 401k to buy a down payment on my house, is that a good idea? And you would say to that?
Generally not. Generally not. And, unfortunately, too, what may have been a good idea years ago may not be a good idea today. The tax laws change. The investment world changes. Investment products change. So, and this is what we, as certified financial planners, one of the requirements that we have is continuing education. Right, Nancy?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Don't sound so enthused.
I mean, it's really, really important. And I always learn something, but I really hate the classes. So what can I say?
But that's part
what can
of,
I say? But I mean, along the lines of what you just said about the tax law changes, for our clients that don't have to take regular withdrawals throughout the year, October is required minimum distribution month for my practice. So a lot of people are trying to look at what they withheld for taxes last year, and now we're under new tax law rules, and how much do we need to adjust it, if anything. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Well, we do have a phone caller here. This is Kathy in Orlando. Kathy, go ahead. You're on the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Kathy.
Yes. Yes. Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
My husband retired from the fire department last year, and we have money in, it's called ICMA, and
It's a 457.
we have to pay taxes when we pull it out. I'm just wondering what's the best way to not pay so much taxes on that. Do we put it in a Roth IRA, or what do we do? We have our own business as well.
Sure.
If you convert it to a Roth, then 100% of it is going to be taxable when you do that conversion. If you want to get it out of the ICMA, which is the 457 plan for working for a not-for-profit, then what you could do is open up a rollover IRA and then transfer the proceeds directly from ICMA to your rollover IRA. And until you hit required minimum distribution age, you can pull out money, assuming that he's over 59 and a half, as you need, as you wish, and then only pay ordinary income tax on it. So you can control the cash flow and the taxability.
However, you don't want to do that if he's under 59 and a half. Is he under 50?
He's over 60,
Okay.
Because,
All right.
yes.
almost
Yeah.
63. Yeah.
Because there are some favorable
And-
tax treatments of taking money out of 457 before 59 and a half that you don't have with an IRA. But if he's over 59 and a half, you may want to do that. And what Nancy says is a good idea. We are very familiar with the ICMA program. Not good or bad, but there are other alternatives that you may want to look at
Okay.
All right.
And can I ask you one more question?
Of course.
What do you think of Trump's tax cuts? Do they really help? I get differing views. Does it really help the middle class, or is it only for corporations?
Well, I ran when it was first voted through. I ran different scenarios from all different income levels and family dynamics, and the only people that did not benefit from the new tax laws were those that were making income of over $500,000. So
good
it
to know.
definitely helps middle class wage earners.
But I think even those folks are going to get a break because you drop from 39.6 down to 36 on the high side.
right, but yeah.
Exactly.
Here's
Yeah.
but that's on the individual basis. I believe that most taxpayers are going to benefit to some degree or more. But the overarching thing here is that the corporate tax rate, I believe, will stimulate the economy, as we have seen.
Well, yes.
Look at what's happened, and that's good for everybody. That is good for everybody, and it's been good for the market. It's been good for your investments. It's been good for job creation. And anytime we can reduce taxation and put more of those tax dollars into the consumer's hands, the better off our economy is. So overall, I'm a big fan of it.
Amen. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for your
thanks the
call.
All right, Kathy, thanks so much. If you want Kathy's line, it's 844-220-0965. It's 844-220-0965. I tell you what, Susan in New Smyrna Beach has a question. Susan, hang on the line. We're going to get you right after we get the latest 3 big things we need to know. We are planning tomorrow, today. With a certified financial group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. And welcome back. It is the final segment of On the Money with a certified financial group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. It's all part of our Ask the Experts weekend. 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Before we get to the latest news, weather, and traffic, let's get back to our phone calls. Talk to Susan in New Smyrna Beach. Susan, go ahead. You're on with the certified financial group.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you today?
Good morning, Susan.
We're
What's
good,
up?
Susan. How are you?
Good. My question is, my husband passed away recently, and I had a life insurance policy that I took out on him through my work, which paid me, and now I don't know what to do with the money. I have stock and an IRA in the company that I work with, and I didn't know if I should see if I could invest more there, or the account that it's in right now is making zero interest.
Okay. All right, first, let me say that we are very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
When you have life insurance proceeds, oftentimes I'd like to know if there was some type of bucket list item that if I had X number of dollars, I would always do, Y. You might want to scratch that itch a little bit. You had mentioned that you had some money in an IRA through work. Is it actually a 401k that you're payroll deducting into?
Yes.
Okay. So one thing that you could do with these insurance proceeds is if you can increase what you're deducting from your pay to go into the 401k, then maybe you can use the insurance proceeds to supplement the spendable income that you won't have because now you are putting more into your account pre-tax.
Do you follow how that works, Susan? And it's okay
Pardon
to say
me?
no. Do you follow how that works?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So that would be one thing to do. So you can stash away more until you are contributing the max up to whatever you're contributing now up to the max that you can comfortably do. You can supplement with the proceeds from the life insurance.
Well,
policy.
I am receiving his Social Security also, which
Okay.
He paid all of our bills with that, and I didn't have to actually contribute to the household income with my pay. So
Okay.
I could contribute all of my pay actually to that account at this time, and that doesn't count the insurance money.
Susan, you are a prime candidate to have some financial planning done for yourself. You've got some life decisions to make. Sounds like you're near the twilight of your career, so to speak, and you want to be sure that when you stop working that you're going to be okay for the rest of your life or not have to work till you're 80 years old. And the decision that you have to make on the insurance policy, in addition to paying your bills and continuing on with your life, really mandates or suggests that you ought to have some financial planning done. I'd encourage you to give us a call. That's what Nancy and I and the 10 other certified financial planner professionals do at Certified Financial Group. We charge a fee for it, and the fee is really modest. But what it'll do is give you peace of mind, because those kinds of questions really shouldn't be answered by a telephone call, although we appreciate your call. But you're like many, many people out there that have these decisions, and you're trying to make them on the fly, only to look back 3 or 5 years from now and say, gee, I wish I would have known. So,
right, and I don't want the money to just go away by unnecessary things.
Of course. So Nancy's recommendation about maxing out your 401k is a great idea, but really you need to have a comprehensive look, a holistic look at what you want to do going forward. We'd encourage your call. We offer a no-obligation visit, and give Nancy or me or any of the 10 certified financial planners a visit. You can go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. Financialgroup.com will learn all about us. We do our financial planning for a fee. We've been doing it for over 40 years, and I think we know what we're doing.
Okay.
Susan, if you wish to call, the phone number is 407-869-9800. And the switchboard is open from Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the call, Susan.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can squeeze in Pam real quick. Pam, go ahead. You're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Hi, Pam. What's up?
Hi, I'm 49 and I have a 403B. I've had it for about 4 years. What is the max amount that I ought to be contributing so I have some sort of a decent retirement? I'm also a part of the FRS system too.
Okay.
My 403B is like a supplement.
Right, right. Well, the maximum that you can put in at your age is $18,500. When you get to be 50, it's going to be $24,500, and that's what you ought to strive for.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You do that.
Okay, and then you can withdraw comfortably without paying any additional tax penalties after 59 and a half.
Okay. That was my other question.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're quite welcome.
All right, that was easy enough. All
Yes,
right,
it
appreciate
was.
it. You got it in there. Almost timed out perfectly. We got 1 minute left. All right, Pam, thanks so much for dialing us up. Real quickly, while we have that final minute, let's run through the workshops one more time.
Okay, so the next workshop is November 3rd, Healthcare Options in Retirement. December 1st, Will Your Savings Last a Lifetime? January 19th, Financial Basics for Life, Strategies for Success. You can go to our website, financialgroup.com, and reserve your spot for the workshop. If you want to learn a little bit more information about us, all our bios are there. If you'd like a complimentary consultation, you can request that through our workshop, or give us a call Monday through Friday, 407-869-9800.
Okay. All right. That's going to do it for this week's edition of On the Money. Oh, the best number to reach you at during the week.
407-869-9800.
All right. We have been planning tomorrow
Today
with a Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO.
This is News 96.5.
WDBO.